test. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if this is working. We're gonna hop right back up. We're gonna hop right back up. This is a good way to start the video. I told you were gonna make Ollie jealous. You said Ollie's normally up here. Ah. Oh, we know. That's part of the fun. We can get attention and make others jealous. There, isn't it, Lilo? These videos would be a lot shorter without your contributions, but they wouldn't be nearly as good. I'm pretty sure most of my views come here just for you guys, which is fair. Are we switching? Are we switching? Okay. Okay. The treat box is over here. The treat. Everybody give a like. For everyone like, Ollie gets a doggy treat. Thank God I don't have a large audience. I have a very fat dog by the end of this video. Hello people, it's been a bit since I last uploaded. I want to let you guys know that I am going to be changing a lot of stuff around on the channel. For one, I am moving away from a lot of gameplay footage. I'll still be doing that on my Twitch stream, whatever. I'll still be doing that over there. However, the reason that I'm moving away from gameplay is mainly because one, I haven't had the time to really do a lot of gaming. I've been playing Pokemon Red on my old Game Boy Color. That's been the extent of my gaming the past month and a half. I've just been busy with life and work, which are good things to be busy with. 4 puppies. He went to the park yesterday. I'll put a picture up of him. Adventuring. He walked for a whole 20 minutes. And if you had legs this short, you would understand that's a lot of walking. But I'm just not able to gameplay as much anymore. It also, when I started my channel, was the kind of content that I liked to consume. Therefore, it was content that I wanted to produce more of. However, I've kind of just stopped consuming gameplay content as well. I'm not exactly sure why, but I have. What I want to start moving this channel more towards is voice acting analysis, character analysis, film analysis, and breakdowns. I was talking a bit with Sid Alpha, who called it being a critic. I have proof! Sid Alpha called me a critic. Therefore, I believe I am. I don't know if I should take pride in that or not. But I wanted to move into more educational content. I still want to keep it lighthearted. I also want to do some of the AMAs that I was doing, the weekly updates. The problem is, and this has kind of been why I haven't uploaded in forever, is I have been up to my eyeballs in voice acting work. It has been a blessing, but also a curse, because I like to do things other than just work. It's not, even when it's a great job, it is still a job, it is still work, and there are things other than work. I also like to contribute something to the world other than just my voice acting, but something more to do with me, my personality. There is some personality you can imbue within characters that you're playing, but you are very heavily tied to the script, you are very heavily tied to the style of the project, the genre of the game. So there's limits of your creativity that you can bring, especially because you are working in a collaborative format. You are not the star of the show, or at least you shouldn't be. You should be working within amplifying the gameplay, amplifying the footage, films, and working with other artists. I also thought that this would be a fun way to help the voice actor community. So I've spoken about this a little bit on my Discord, my voice acting Discord. I have dos. I have my streaming Discord and I have my voice acting Discord. The link's in the description. But when I started off, there weren't a lot of resources on the internet available for voice actors, specifically voice actors trying to start from home. I started in about 2011, 2012, so we're talking early YouTube times. There was not a lot of educational content specific to voice acting on here, and it meant that I spent a lot of time in my life figuring things out, fucking around and finding out, if you will. I always wanted that if I was successful in voice acting, to go back and create the kind of content that I think would have been helpful for me starting off, that would have saved me time, maybe mistakes along the way. It helped me start booking a lot more jobs a lot sooner. So that's kind of what I want to start doing. The problem is with the amount of voice acting that I've been doing, I have not had the time to carve out to reasonably to myself, especially with 4 dogs to feed. Dog food's expensive right now. Everything's expensive right now. I have not had the time to reasonably say, let me sit down and create content for the pennies that YouTube will give me. So what happened was a combination of two things, really. Somebody on Twitter DM'd me and they asked me if I had a Patreon that I used for my content creation, specifically towards voice acting education. And I said, no, I don't. I don't much care for Patreon. I'm really about to shut my whole thing down with it. It's a pain, and it's a third party that it does have its benefits, right? It does have its security benefits within there. However, if you're not messing with large chunks of money, I don't know, and it's a pain from the creator side, at least for me. It seems to be a pain from the supporter side because it is a reoccurring subscription. You have to remember to cancel that. If you're like me, you fucking forget a lot. I thought, I was thinking about these things, and I realized what I could do instead was I could create a voice acting pool. And this kind of came in with the second part, which is I have some incredibly kind people. We did a charity class on Valentine's Day for Woof. It's a dog rescue shelter out in Woodward, Oklahoma. For anybody who donated $1 or more, they were welcome to the class, and some people were donating the suggested amount and giving their places away to those who couldn't afford it right now. This isn't the first time that something like that has happened. I have been just incredibly blessed with such kind souls in this community and in my Discords that have, just been absolutely wonderful. And so occasionally there are people who get together and say, hey, I have the funds, I want to help anybody who wants to learn, and donates classes. And so thinking about all this, the situation with somebody asking for my Patreon on Twitter and the people donating classes, and I thought, what if I combine the two? What if instead of people gifting one class for somebody who's lucky within the Discord, what if we pooled together my time and my knowledge and their generosity, and instead of $25 going to one person to take a class, instead the $25 could fund a video that could help a lot of people who didn't have the money. So it wasn't just one person now, it was whoever had the time to sit down and watch the videos. So I created this little project. I'll link it in the description below. And so far, we've already hit the goal for a 10-minute video, so you can expect that on Monday. I really want to cover a list of things. I already have a few scripts because I'm a big writer, and I've been writing scripts for a couple months. So some of the things that I have wanted to cover, and the first one is probably what I will cover by the Monday video, is how voice speed affects your character and the psychology of the character. I also want to cover marketing tips that are specifically free for voice actors to use and to connect with clients versus having to go to pay-to-play sites. I really, and this has been a hard script to make because it's long. I want to delve into the psychology of your voice, how to break down your voice, what it says about you, and the reflections that that could also have on your character. Because if you can analyze your own voice, you can analyze other voices. Similar to if you analyze other people's body language, you can analyze your own. And there are situations where people are not aware of the body language that they are exuding. And similarly, there are situations where you're not aware of what your voice sounds like. I, throughout most of college, was told I sound like a bitch. Fair enough. But it tended to have to do with my voice placement and how sharp and, I don't want to say aggressive, staccato my voice was. And my vocal delivery specifically, and you can kind of hear still, I'm a bit harsh with consonants. I'm a bit more aggressive with T's and D's, and all these sounds can have a reflection of who you are. They can also be something that is absorbed within your environment. So if you have maybe family members who are in the military, you may be a bit more staccato and sharp with your diction than maybe somebody who doesn't. There's also, if you consume a lot of meditation content, they're very soft with everything. So your voice can reflect who you are as a person. It can also imply your mood. Anyway, I want to go down a whole rabbit hole of that, but it would be a long video. I want to talk about cheaper home studio building hacks and tips that you can use, character voice placements, all this stuff, and I really want to get into, and a few of you have probably heard me go into rants on Twitch about this, film analysis, and I want to start with Jurassic Park, and I also want to, hear me out, I want to talk about how The Lost World is almost just as good of a movie as Jurassic Park. If you know how to look at it, how to observe it, and I want to break down why that is. I did so in like a 45-minute rant to Sid Alpha on Discord. Props to him for having to listen to it. But I think I swayed him. I really think I did. And, you know, I want to start with that and use some of the character analysis that I know and the film analysis and just kind of have fun explaining what makes a good story. I know that that is something that's done a lot on YouTube, but I'm absolutely fascinated with it, and I want to share my 2 cents with some of it, especially having a theater arts degree and bachelor's in performance. So that's the plan. If you guys want to support this, you can look at the Google Doc below in the description. That will take you to some of it. I'm currently doing one-time fundings, especially because, again, I forget subscriptions. So I'm going to assume everybody else does. And I don't want to overcharge people, especially in this economy, with more than they can handle. Especially somebody, you get stressed, you forget about stuff. I don't want to put anybody out. If you are somebody who is wanting to fund an entire video or maybe do more than one donation, I will put my email in the description and you guys can email me and we can talk that out. But this kind of felt like a really great way to be able to still give back to the community for much cheaper than most of my classes are. And it's something that you can watch again and again, and you can share with people that are interested, and it's still funded by viewers like you. I feel like PBS at this point. It's kind of that, but just voice acting. So hopefully you guys like where the channel's going to go. I will still do some of the personality stuff of Q&As, doggy videos. There will still be a lot of that, but this way I can start putting more things out there. So thank you so much to the people who have already funded Monday's video. Thank you so much to the people who just hang around here, who just view and leave a like and leave a comment. You guys are amazing. I can't express how absolutely blessed I rhymed. I am to have you guys in this community. I am frequently blown away by how kind and supportive and just overall great people we have. So come join the Discord. It's a great place to be, and I will see you guys in Monday's video. Oh yeah, Lily showed up for like 5 minutes while I was trying to start the recording. And so I'm just gonna end the video with footage of Lily.